Oh my. I was just thinking how music has progressed from how it used to be back in the day, whether it's professional studio or your own personal studio, what we used to use and how it progressed from what it was to what it is today, and many things like that. I put my thoughts into ChatGPT, and here is what we came up with. You're going to enjoy this. Watch this video. Oh my God. And what is this? This is the QY700 Yamaha, the greatest sequencer ever. This is the RM1X Yamaha, crazy groove box. This is the original groove box, MC505, after the 303. This changed the whole game. My God.
Look, let me tell you something. Have you ever really thought about how music was made before all of this? I mean, before computers took over. Because there was a time, and honestly, it's not that far away, when nobody music on computers. Nobody. Everything was hardware, tape machines, reel-to-reel, ADAT, hard disk recorders, Roland, Yamaha, Akai, that was the world. And computers? Computers were not good for music. They were slow, unstable. The sound was poor. Nobody trusted them. Nobody. Music back then, you could touch it. You understand? Buttons, faders, weight. You felt it in your hands. You felt like you were working. But slowly, very slowly, things began to change. Computers improved. They became faster, smaller, more powerful, and at the same time, hardware became bigger, heavier, more expensive. They looked serious, professional, but in reality, they were doing less, while laptops were doing more. And then the laptop reached maturity. And people made a choice. A laptop, a MIDI keyboard, an audio interface. That was enough. And from that moment, hardware started disappearing. Music moved to screens, menus, mouse clicks, everything inside the computer. Now listen to me carefully. I am not saying laptops are bad. They are powerful, efficient. I use them myself. But here is the question. Somewhere along the way, did we lose something? The feeling, the connection, making music with your hands instead of only looking at a screen. And this is where machines like the Akai MPC come in. Not because laptops are wrong, not because hardware is better, but because it brings something important back. Pads you can hit, buttons you can feel, a machine you can carry, hold, move with. And listen, this is not just Akai versus laptop. This is not a gear debate. This is historical. This is philosophical. It is about how we arrived here, what we gained, and what we may have lost. So the real question is not hardware or computer. The real question is, how do you want to make music today? Convenience or connection? Speed or feeling? And maybe the future is not choosing one side. Maybe the future is understanding what each tool gives us and what each one takes away. That is what this video is about. How to use this, important.
A great about the MPCs, whether old or new. This is the MPC 1 Plus, and I want to remove. I saw a video from a guy on YouTube. What's his name? Something Recipe. Very funny guy. Shout out to my guy. And it was like, you don't need an MPC. You can do everything in the computer.
What is up, y'all? It's favorite producer Wrong Out the Recipe, and today I'm giving y'all my most controversial video yet. Yes, 3 reasons why you should not buy the MPC Live 3, or at least watch this video before you consider to buy one. Okay, I know we see some.
All right, that's my guy, Run the Recipe. No, Run got the recipe. He went ahead and bashed the Akai MPC, and a lot of people got angry. I do not understand why when somebody says something against the MPC, people get angry. I just don't know why. It's kind of weird. So this is about my channel, and I'm about to bash the MPC also, not because I just want to bash for being mean for no reason. The Ministry of Sound. Mine is about music and all that stuff, about music production and everything like that. Everything having to do with sound. So anyway, he talked about the MPC and a lot of people were angry. So I'm like, oh, I get a lot of hate comments in my channel as well. Anything I say. So I guess that's how people are. But they think we're just bashing these things for no reason. So I'm going to talk about the good part of the MPC in this video. And I'm going to tell you the very good things about the MPC. And that part, it was not really wrong, because it wasn't wrong at all. But it did not emphasize enough the good about the MPC. And I'm going to. But the MPC is great, but should have been the machine to replace the laptop. Should have been the hardware machine to replace computer-based music making. But they are just milking the cow. They are just milking the cows.
And it was like, you don't need an MPC. You can do everything in the computer. And okay, I'm not going to argue with the guy. But look at this. I'm on my bed. Look at my legs here. Look at my feet. I'm sitting on the bed here. And I can put this thing right here. And I can make music with a headphone. With a laptop, you really cannot do that. Because the laptop you're gonna need an audio interface. You're gonna need a keyboard. Okay, your laptop has a keyboard. You're gonna need a MIDI controller. Yeah, of course you need here also if you're gonna play keys. But come on, man. Come on, let's be realistic. This is on my bed. I can hold it in my hands like that. It's fully ready. So the guy is saying that you can do it on your computer. Your computer, look, let me say something. Listen, the computer is the best. I won't even say that. I can't say that. No, you can't say that. It's objective. But I can say the computer is maybe better in many ways because of many reasons. We all know that, the plugins and many things and a lot of stuff. But also a downside that you can get distracted. But the computer may have all those bells and whistles, but you cannot put it on your lap. It's called a laptop. But you don't put your laptop on your laptop. You do not put your laptop on your laptop. You do not put your laptop on your laptop. So you cannot beat the MPC when it comes to portability. And the idea of portability is very, very underrated. It's so underrated, portability. You just think it's one of the features. It's one of the greatest features. Portability it's not just one of the features, portability, this and that. No, it's a major thing. Why do you think the laptop won the war or the war, whatever it is? Because it's small. Because it's small. The moment laptops started to become good, that's when people stopped using MPCs and all group boxes. Group boxes all went away when laptop came because they are small in size. That's where Roland failed with the VS and all these group boxes. They started to get too big. So portability is a very big deal, that I can put this on my lap and make music. You have no idea how wonderful it is. I'm on my bed. So we could talk about that forever. For the fact that you can put, because look, the better that is not easy to access is worse than the less good that you can access very easily. There's a way they say that kind of phrase, like the wonderful thing that is far away is not as good as the less wonderful that is right here. This one is right. I can easily plug it in, blah, 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 blah. You start, and there's already preloaded beats, or you might configure it to load the last session you were working on. You continue making. It's got these pads. I just wish he has a little MIDI keyboard or that you can pull out. So, okay, these are all dreams, but dreams can come true. So I don't want to talk too much on just one point. So because now, so that's a very good point. And that good point, you see, if we're gonna compare between between the hardware and a computer-based recording, let's just say MPC, any of the MPCs, both new and old, the portability should not carry like 10% each. Some points should carry like big points. I mean, anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. Portability should carry like 50%. And then features, and because look, you can load all those samples you have in the computers. You can load heavy, high quality samples here to make your beat. I mean, like, you know, the one shots and things, and you have, you know, so it's a very, very great feature. You cannot beat that. You cannot beat portability, because people are tired of carrying heavy things, plugging cable. Look at all cables here. Look at all the cables here. Look, because of my computer that's at the back there. Look, come on, man. Just the cables, they don't get you crazy. Look at cables. It's a little messy, yes, because computer is messy. You have to do cable management. My goodness, hiding the cables in these and sound card. I don't know why this sound card better. Come on, stop it. Stop it before you make a beat. And then the computer has a glitch because something in the internet. You have an email, blah blah. Oh my goodness, something you have to answer. Bullshit. This thing beats it. Even if you don't have all the symphonic orchestra and all those sample libraries and all those contact and all those things, you may not have Omnisphere here, but you can do the same thing here. And whatever you program here, you can now, by MIDI, you can connect to your computer and be like, instead of this sound that I'm playing, I want the Omnisphere to play that sound. You can continue your song. Instead of this bass sound, I'm going to use a Moog. You can even connect a real Moog if you want by MIDI and let it play. So that alone is a very, very incredible feature that this thing is. That's why I don't like the MPC X. I mean, not like. That's why I didn't go for the bigger MPCs. I like it when it's small like that. And that's what is kind of making me a little bit hesitant when it comes to the MPC Live 3. But you cannot, MPC Live 3 is too amazing that you could be a fool not to buy it if you can afford it. Yes, you can afford it because you can sell the one you have because of those pads. It's got more RAM. You can load more plugins. You can have 16 tracks of audio. Not to buy it is being foolish. I'm just sorry. Because because anyway, you can keep what you have. That's your. I'm not working for Akai, so I'm just telling you my own perspective. So you may not agree with me, but you have more. So if they could only make an if they could make an MPC1 with a different kind of name, you know, maybe MPC2 or I don't know, MPC1 plus whatever name they're going to call it, that has got those pads, those same things, maybe with the speakers, maybe with the battery, maybe without, it would be wonderful. So incredible. Thank you.